Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Washish and you're watching fifth part of our user management system with the help of Node.js, Bootstrap and MySQL. In our previous videos, we have created the search functionality, and in this video, we are going to implement the add user functionality. As you can see, we have a add user button and now we are going to implement it. So for that you just need to go to your VS Code, and here inside the views folder you have to create a add user dot handlebar page so that we can implement our add user page here. So now here I am writing a h1 tag just only for to check whether this page is running or not. And now I just need to go to like main.handlebars, and here in the nav bar I just need to mention the link for add user page. So here I am writing slash add user, and now let's go to our routes, and here we have to create a get method for our page. So and now I am including a middleware here which is insert, and after that I just need to go to the user controller file, and here I have to create a middleware for our route. So I am now copying the previous find route, and here I just need to change it to dot insert, and before that I have to write export so that we can use it outside the file and erase all the functionality of it. And now I just need to call the render method through the response variable, and inside that I just need to pass the file name of add user dot handlebars, so that whenever a user requests this page it will display through this get method. And now if I click on this add user link, then it will redirect to the page. I think something went wrong here, so I just need to go to now main.handlebars, and yeah, I have mentioned all the right things here. So what can be the problem? So now let's go to the user.js, which is the route, and okay, here I have to mention the path inside the router.get method, and now I think it will work perfectly. So now if I click on add user, then okay, let me try again. Okay, now this is working perfectly. So our get method is perfectly working now. So now let's create some forms with the help of Bootstrap so that we can add user. So now just go to bootstrap.com and click on the first link, and then click on the docs section, and here you just need to search for forms, and here scroll down, and here you can get uh, any type of form that you want to add in your project. I am looking for the floating fields, and yeah, I got it. I just need to click on this floating field section. So now let's copy this floating fields code and we can use it in our project. So for that you just need to go to the VS Code, and here inside the home inside the add user dot handlebars, and now let's replace this h1 tag with the field that we have copied. And now our first field is first name, so write here first name, and after that the second field is last name, and like this you can create all the necessary fields for our form. So I'm copying these two and pasting out. Now let's create the third field, which is for email, and the fourth one is for phone. And the password, no, we don't require password here, so let's remove it. And here we have to add a text area for comment section. So before that let's add the type of all the fields. That is, for first name and last name will be text, email is email, and phone is phone. And after that, for getting the text area code, we just need to go to the Bootstrap, and there you can search for the text area which is provided by Bootstrap. So write your text area, and as you can see we have got the code for text area. Let's copy it and you can paste it here, and let's change something inside this code. I think everything is fine, and after that, okay, we just need to add the name field for all the fields. So for first name I am giving it as f name. Just copy this name field and paste it in all the fields. For last name it is l name, for email it is email, and for phone it is phone, and for the comment I am giving its name as comment. And now we just need to wrap up all these things inside a form. So let's create a form here and wrap up all these things inside this form. And now we have to define a method for this form, which will be post method, and whenever this form will be submitted it will redirect to the page which is add user, and we just need to define this page inside the action method. And now if I refresh the page, as you can see the form is showing in our browser. So let's customize it. So let's put all these things inside a container. So let's write here div dot container, and now wrap all these things inside this container. So now let's add some classes here, like we can add here as w50 for the width, and for margin in the both direction of the x-axis we can add here mx auto. And let's go to the browser and refresh it, and now as you can see it looks perfect now. And now what we can do is okay, so now let's add a heading for this page, which will be add user page. So for that let's create a div, and inside this div we can take a h1 tag, and inside that we can write like please enter your details. And okay, this looks good. And now we can give some classes to the div as text center, and then we can give it as bg success and margin top 2. Now let's add some margin bottom in each of the field. So copy this margin bottom 3 and paste in each field. So I'm just pasting it in each field, and then go to browser and refresh it, and as you can see some margin in the bottom of each field is added now. So now let's make the headings width like the form's width. So I'm writing here as width will be 50 and mx auto. And now if I go to browser and if I refresh it, you can see the width of heading and the form is same now. And now what I can do is I can add a submit button here. So for that let's copy this div, and inside this div we are going to create our submit button. So here inside the input field we can write the type as submit, and we can give also the name as submit. And now we don't need this placeholder id and the form control class. So let's remove this form control class. Instead of this we can write here as button, then button success. And one thing we can add a class here is the display grid class. And now if I refresh it, now you can see the button is created. Okay, everything is fine, but why this is not looking that much attractive? Okay, so we can change the layout. So for that you just need to go to main.handlebars, and inside the body we can give some classes, like we can give it as bg and warning. Okay, let's see how it is looking. Okay, looks good. And let's, okay, why this is not working? Logo and the home add user is also not working. So let's check it why this is not working. So for that go to main.handlebars, and where is the navbar, and here is the home. So let's give the path for home, and also give to the path of user management system, that is logo. And now if I refresh it and then click on the add user home, okay, everything is looking good. User management system is also looking good, but the table is not looking good. So for that go to home.handlebars, and here inside the table we can give a class to the table as table dark. And now if I refresh it, so the table is looking fine, but we just need to change some of the width of table. So you can add a class here as uh, margin in the x direction will be auto, and that width of table will be 50. Now let's check it, refresh it, and it is looking good. So we can modify the width to 75, and okay, this is absolutely great. Okay, so now let's add a heading for our table. So for that here we can create a heading. So First of all, we need to create a div, and we can create a heading with h1 tag. As what we can give, we can give it as user details, and we can add some classes to the div, which will be like text center. And what next can be, that can be bg success, and we can give its width as 50, and also the margin in extraction as auto. So let's check it. Okay, this is fine, but let's make its width up to the table's width. So for that, just change the width to from 50 to 75, and after that we can add a margin top as 2. So now refresh it, and okay, everything is looking fine. Let's reduce the margin top from the table to 2, and now refresh it, and okay, everything is looking so great except the color of the heading. So let's change it to white. So we can give its headings class as text then white, and now refresh it. Let's change the background of the heading so that it will match with the table. So let's change the bg success to bg dark. And one thing we can do here is we just need to copy this particular div sections class, and we can paste it inside the add users class section, so that both of the heading will be matched. Okay, this is working, and after that what we need to do is we just need to set up our route for the post method. So for that, go to user.js, which is our route, and you can copy this get router.get method, and you can replace it with post method. And here we can add a middleware as insert user, and we're going to implement our all required logic. So for that, we just need to go to user controller.js, and here we have to create that middleware. So you can copy any of the middleware here and paste it, and let's write here as insert user. Let's create the middleware. Okay, so now here we require this request dot body to get all the values from the form. So let me explain how we can get that. So you just need to go to the form page, which is the add user page, and there you can notice every field have a particular name like f name, l name, and so on. We can get this form's value from these names. So let's get that values. So here this request dot body contains all the data here. So let's destruct these values to first name, last name, email, then phone, then comments. Actually, request dot body contains all the fields that a user has entered in the form, like f name, l name, email, phone, and comments, and their respective values. And here in this statement we are simply destructuring all the values from request.body to a separate variables. And now let's modify the MySQL query so that we can insert data. So right here insert into, and we don't need this where keyword. Instead of that, we can write here set, and the first name is the first field of our table. Remove this like, and after that question mark, and remove the or, and after that we have last name, then remove the like keyword and put a question mark, and after that we have a field as email, then put a question mark, and after that we have phone, then put a question mark, and then comments. So these all field necessary fields that we have in our table, and after that we can put their respective value as f name, l name, email, phone, and comments. These all are we get from the request dot body. Oh, the last one is not comments, I guess it is comment. So now let's save it and refresh the page, and if I enter something like my name and my title and my email, then phone number and some of the comments, and if I click on now submit, then it is showing some error that f name request.body.search. Oh, we have put here the search keyword, so we just need to remove it and save it. And now let's refresh it again. So now let's enter some data here again, and here I'm entering, and now if I click on submit, it should be submitted, but it let's me refresh the database. Okay, nothing is there. What what is the problem here? Oh my, no. Okay, it is throwing a error. I think something is wrong in the query part. Oh, I got it. I have missed here equal to symbol, so I just need to give equal to symbol and comma symbol. Oh, sorry for this mistake. And as you can see, this first name, last name, email are the column name in the database, and this if name, l name, email are the actual values that we are going to insert. And now save it. And if I go to the browser and if I refresh it here and enter all the details, I think everything should be work well. Why this is showing a blank table? Let me check into the database, and if I refresh the database, so one record is inserted here, but it is not showing in the web page. Let's fix this. So here, first of all, remove this console.log, and instead of it here I have to write a condition so that we can put a alert whenever this form will be submitted. So go to Bootstrap, and here you can search for Bootstrap alerts. You can choose any of the alert here and copy the code of alerts. And after that, here we don't need to render the home page. We just need to render this add user page itself. So right here's add user. And now this is the trick part. Here we have to send a particular message like details added successfully. And now you can go to add user dot handlebar file, and here in the top you can paste the Bootstrap alert code. Before that, we just need to put a if condition so that we can conditionally print it. So right here within the double pair of curly braces, then if the message, it means if the message is true, then it will simply print this particular code. So now go to the add user page in the browser and fill up all the details of the add user form. So I am simply filling it up. And now if I click on submit, then as you can see, we got an alert box at the top of this page. So now let's print the actual content, which is user added successfully. For that you have to write double pair of curly braces and then message. And now if I refresh the page and let's me enter all the field again, like I am entering here Tony, then stock, then email will be tony@gmail.com, phone will be like 3000, and comment will be like I am Iron Man. And if I click on submit, you can see details added successfully alert is showing here. And if I refresh the database page, then you can see a new user is created. So now we can consider a case where let's say first go to the user management system home page, and let's say no details of any user is present in the database. So what it will show us? So for that we have to make our code. So before that, just remove all the details from the database and delete all the things. And now you can see this is not showing anything, but it should show us like no user present in the database. So let's make this code here. So for that, go to user controller.js, and here we have to check for the length of the result. So here I can write as if result.length is equal to 0, then here we can send a message like we done in the previous one. So for that we can write here as rest.render, then the page that we want to redirect is home, and then we can simply send a message that no user details are available. So we can write this particular condition here. And after that, if this condition will not match, then we can write here the else condition, which is we just need to simply send the result to the home page. So right here home comma result, and I think everything is fine here. Okay, I just need to make the result like an object. Hold on guys, I have one better idea. Just remove the message here, and instead of sending in a message, I can send a message status as true, and if it will not match with the length 0, then it will send the message value as false. So now go to the home.handlebars page, and here let's write the if condition that if the message is true, then we can simply put here a alert. So for that, go to Bootstrap, and here we want to add a alert box with hyperlink. So I found it. So just copy this code segment. You can copy any one of it. I am copying the info one, and now let's paste it inside the if condition, and after that put here a else, so that we can conditionally print the alert box, either of the alert box or the content of the table. So now let's end this particular if condition here. So within the double pair of curly braces, let's end the if. And now if I go to the browser and refresh it, as you can see, we have a alert box showing it here. Okay, so let's customize some of the thing of this alert box. So go to VS Code, and here what we can do is we just need to simply move this div inside the table, so that it looks perfectly with the table. It will look like the message from the table. So we just need to paste it here, and here remove this else part and put it just before the table, I think heading, so that whenever we do not have any record, then it will show us the message. And now let's put a width of 75 to the heading, and margin in the x direction will be auto. Let's put a message here that no user details are available here. And now let's change the value of the anchor tag, which is here we can write as click here to add user details, and you can remove this other stuff from here, and after that put a path for our hyperlink, which is add user. And after that we can what else we could do, just wrap the content of the anchor tag with a bold tag, so that it will look more perfectly to the user. And after that you can add a h3 tag to the message that we want to show to the user. Now save the code and go to the browser, and if I refresh it, then you can see we have a message and we have a hyperlink, but why this is showing it as click user? Oh, this should be here. So let's change it. So right here, click here to add user details. Now save it and refresh it. Now you can see this is looking perfectly. This is working also nicely. If I enter a new details like Steve, then last name will be like America, then email will be captain@gmail.com, phone number will be 123, comments will be hi. Then if I click on submit, then you can see details added successfully message is showing here, and a new record is displayed here, but its ID is showing as 7. So let's fix this. So where is our table? Let's change the ID. Here you can write @index, which contains the index value of all the users present in our result object. Now save it and refresh it again. Now you can see the ID turned into 0, and let's add a new user. Like here I am adding as Krish, and last name as Hemsworth, and then email as thor@gmail.com, phone number as 123, comments as God of Thunder. It is God. Okay, then submit it. As you can see, details added successfully message showing here. And if I go to the home page, then you can see the Chris Hemsworth user is added now to our database. So I hope guys you all got to know that how we can add the functionality of add user to our project. In our next video we're gonna implement the edit functionality in our project. So if you are guys liking this series, then give it a like to this video and subscribe to my channel, and we're gonna meet in our next video. Till then, keep coding and keep hustling.